Pokimane responds to the price of the cookies.
Are like, oh my god, $28 for cookies? It's 4 bags. That's $7 a bag. I know math is hard when you're an idiot, but like if you're a broke boy, just say so. Anyway, when people are like, oh my god, $28 for cookies.
Is it? Yeah, so like obviously that's really bad, and like it's super out of touch to say that. It's dumb as fuck to say that. I don't know why she would say that. Like I have no idea why you would say that. Like it doesn't make sense. Like I don't see the logic, because like this is the thing, right? She doesn't put herself in a bad position whenever she does that. She puts everybody that works on these cookies with her in a bad position. Because now she's created a bunch of negative PR for this company and these people that work with her. And so, like, whenever you do something like this, it's not like, oh, well, you're just going to get a bad clip or whatever. Now you've created bad PR for your company that you have people that have, you know, they've pursued this opportunity with you in order to make money, to build a career, to try to do something different, etc. And you put them in a really bad spot. So I think it's kind of selfish to do something like this, right? It might make her feel good to say something like that. It definitely probably felt good for her to say something like that. Because like some of the criticism that she got was like, I would say it was an 11, right? And it should have been like an 8. It was a bit over the line. But the truth is that like you just can't go out and say this shit, right? You just can't. It makes everybody look bad. Oh, when are we getting OTK cookies? One true cookie? Oh, I like that. Yeah. So, she had XQC? Nah, if XQC had said this, people would have been pissed off. People have been pissed off no matter what. Now, I think obviously there is a way you can say something like this, and it wouldn't, because like, yeah, this is the situation. I do think that like, no, because like, look, bro, like think of how many, look, DSP begging for money. Look at this. Look at all of them. Look at all this. There's a whole industry for this shit. She's not e-begging. It's not the exact same thing. But what is the same is that people hate content creators that talk about money and get fixated on money. That's the goal. That's the point. People hate XQC for that because he shows like the watches and shit like that. People hate Hassan for that because he bought the house. People hate Pokimane for that, for this. People hate this I think it was Bad Bunny for saying that you should be able to afford a sub if you're watching every day. People hated Invader Vi for it whenever she said it. Like, it's just every single time it happens, people get pissed off. $30 for 14 ounces of dry cookies? Well, I don't know about that. I have no idea. No, I hate Pokimane because she tries to sell $28 cookie and gaslight you into buying them with the broke boy sentence she can choke on. I mean, that's a bit much, right? I mean, come on, why don't you just chill the fuck out, man? But listen, what I'm trying to say here is that, like, whenever you talk about this kind of stuff and you start arguing with your audience and, like, trying to fight them and all this stuff, like, at a certain point, I guess I can go ahead. Let's talk about a little personal story here. Let's talk about a little bit of a personal story with Starforge. Who remembers the Starforge announcement? With me in the suit at the presentation desk. Remember that? Who remembers that? No, I remember that. Now, how well did that announcement go? Didn't go too well. And we had a meeting that night and we discussed the feedback. And the truth is, while we thought that we had good value, and there were people like, oh no, this is actually fine, people understand it, etc. You have to remember one of the core values in selling. The customer is always right. And if the customer feels like they're not getting a good deal, then they're not getting a good deal. So we changed everything. Why? Because the customer base wanted that. Perception becomes reality. That's right. So sometimes if people think something is too expensive, it's too expensive. That's it. Because you're monologuing, didn't she try to market it as an affordable health food? I don't know if she said affordable. I don't remember if she said that. She marketed it as a health food, but not as an affordable health food. Yeah, I don't remember that part. Customers 90% wrong, but you need customers, so you adapt. Well, you have to meet customers' expectations. It's not that the customer is always right, more so that you have to meet customers' expectations in certain things, because that's what the customer expects to see. That's it. It's perceived as value. Yes, exactly. Let me look at this. I think health food would be a flop since it's expensive. Customers are wrong, but you have to make them think that they're right. The customer is always right has led to Karen culture, but yes, you need to sell a good product. Karen culture is not really what we're talking about here. And it's hard, right? Whenever, and this is the truth, is it's hard whenever you think that you're in the right and everybody else thinks that you're wrong. But you have to understand that your position in this situation is different than your position as a content creator. You are not the king looking out over your subjects. You are a merchant that is trying to get people to come to your booth and buy your doodads. You know, whether this is a t-shirt or a health food or computer, whatever it is. So you have a totally different relationship with the people that you're interacting with. And different types of selling and different types of argumentation and persuasion don't work in this avenue. Like, you can't use a femdom argument to get people to buy cookies. It just doesn't work that way. So don't do it. Huh? Don't huh me, I'm right. I'm fucking right. If I wasn't, I wouldn't be looking at the tweet. You'd be surprised. You know, with the example. Yes. We're speaking about customers as a whole, not individual, possibly unhinged person being right. Yes, exactly. Whenever you say the customer is always right, it doesn't mean that a customer is always right. It means the collective of customers are always right. So yeah, whenever you say if you're a broke boy, just say so. I mean, like, this doesn't really... It just doesn't work that way. It doesn't, because, like, you... One of the reasons why is because the cookies aren't a status symbol. Because, so, like, people don't buy the cookies to imply that they're not broke. People buy an expensive car to imply that they're not broke. People buy an expensive phone or expensive clothes or something like that. And if you said, if you a broke boy, just say so, and you're selling a luxury brand, it makes sense. But you're selling a health food. It's the wrong kind of persuasion and messaging. That's just how it is. And whenever you say something like this, you put everybody that works in this company at risk. You hurt everybody. It's very selfish to say something like this, and it was a huge mistake for her to have done it. I know, obviously, you want to say your piece. You want to get your voice out there. You want to go and, you know, like, fucking set the record straight. But sometimes it doesn't matter if the record is straight, because you are a servant to the customers. Remember how you serve the customers. You're not a streamer. It's just it's a totally different mindset you need to have. And it's hard, man. It's hard to fucking have to deal with that. To swallow your pride and deal with fucking people that are talking shit about you, that are misrepresenting things. It sucks, man. But you have to do it, or you're not going to make any fucking money. They're not misrepresenting. I think that it's, my personal opinion is that I don't think that we should categorize things as scams unless they are mislabeled. I think a scam is whenever you buy something and you think you're buying one thing and you're getting something else.
That's what I consider a scam. I think this is overpriced. And I think that, like, people saying everything is a scam devalues what a scam is. It's just overpriced, that's all. It's just as trashy, condescending, passive-aggressive as always. Yeah. Doesn't understand why some people don't like her. He does. You have to understand he has a job to do. Well, what? Like, if I say something bad about Pokimane, like, I'm going to get, like, what? I'm going to get banned? No, I'm not. What are you talking about? No, I've said plenty of negative things about her. And positive. I think that I am the only person who's fair. Because most people either defend her no matter what, or attack her all the time. And they don't look at any context. I am the only person who's actually fair. All right, Bill? No, you cap it all you want. But I genuinely believe that I'm the only person who's fair. I'm getting high on my own supply, maybe, but I'm being serious. Only? Well, I don't know. Maybe there are other people out there that are fair. I think there probably are, right? Sure, yeah. But, like, in terms of people that are, like, popular making content about this, I think that I'm one of the main ones. But why is it okay for the goblin to say the equivalent thing, ironically or not, and her saying it? The goblin. Which goblin? Is this mine goblin? Like, what is this? Like, goblin these nuts? We talking about XQC? Well, what do you mean, XQC? Remember whenever he posted that picture with him and all that money after that person... Like, and he got absolutely rinsed for that. People were fucking furious that he posted a picture of the briefcase full of money as a response to that guy who made the bullshit tweet. And I massively defended him because I thought he was in the right. I did. Because he wasn't selling anything. But yeah, that's basically what my perspective is with this kind of stuff, is that I think this is a huge mistake to do. It's dumb as fuck to say this. And so I hope anybody who thinks that, like, somehow, like, I'm not allowed to criticize Pokimane or some fucking bullshit. No, this is dumb as fuck. Should have never said this. This is awful. It hurts the entire company. I understand that there are people out there who believe fairness and context is a bias because they believe so strongly in what they think. But please, give me the benefit of the doubt that I will always try to be fair. And in the cases where I'm not being fair, I usually just try not to talk about them. Because, like, I know the person or some other reason. I was bargaining call her down, that's why I say that shit? Yeah. I understand how she feels, for sure. But it's still a bad decision. Yeah. Tries to insult the critics, saying math is hard. Yeah, I think that's only part of it. Like, the overpricing is only one element. It's also the fact that the cookies seem to be, like, almost the same as another type of cookie. Yeah. You're not taking a moral standpoint, you're just pointing out that it's a bad marketing decision. That's because morality is usually... Everybody has a different version of morality. So if you want to talk about morality, you're really just talking about your opinion on things, aren't you? So, like, my opinion, like... Whenever you're trying to sell something, you're either selling it or not, right? So, I find those to be more interesting conversations than just, like, what's moral and what's not moral. Because there are oftentimes people just grandstand with that, and they have, like, some perspective, and it doesn't really make sense, but that's it. Tell me 14 grams per sugar is not healthy, but 8 grams is. I don't know that. If you think that her saying it's a health food is a scam, I think that you could be totally right in that accusation. Because saying something is a health food is a specific statement. And if you're right about... I don't know enough about it to have that opinion. Like, I don't know. What's wrong with bad marketing if she chooses to do so? Is that a crime or something? No, and she can market her company however she wants. She can sell her cookies however she wants. She can do anything that she wants. There has never been a point in this conversation where I am discussing her ability to do it or not, or whether she should be allowed to do it. She should be allowed to do whatever she wants. She's a free person in a free country. Isn't that a great thing? But the truth is that, obviously so am I. She's from Canada? Oh, yeah, okay. So that's basically, like, China, right? Yeah. Well, I don't know. I actually have no idea what the laws are over there. Yeah, it's a free country. Yeah, well, at least over here. Over here, it's a free country. All right. All right, brother. As a pharmacist/apothecary, this is false advertisement. It's not a health food. Okay, let's talk about that just for a minute because a lot of people are trying to, like, talk about that. I think that advertising your food as a health food whenever it's not a health food, I think that health food should have like it should be a defined term. And there should be like criteria that a health food needs to meet. And if it doesn't meet that criteria, it should be illegal to advertise it as a health food. That's my personal opinion. Now, what is that criteria? I'm not a doctor. I'm not a nutritionist. I don't know. But I find it to be very problematic that somebody can say that something is a health food with no actual, like, no context to it, right? Like, there's no objective, like, reason why you can say that or not. The FDA does that? Yeah, I just don't know if it qualifies as that or not. It's fucking cookies? Well, yeah, but, like, I'm sure there are cookies that are health foods, right? I know a lot of people want me to take a stance on this, but as I said before, I really am not educated in this, and I don't really know what I'm talking about. I'm just talking about it in a general sense. Play the video again? Yeah, sure.
People are like, oh my god, $28 for cookies? It's 4 bags. That's $7 a bag. I know math is hard when you're an idiot, but like if you're a broke boy, just say so. Anyways.
Yeah, that's what it was.